course, I was doing straight R&B, but her stuff had more of a jazz flip to it. You know what I mean? At that time, I think her and Curtis was getting it in real hard on the scene, so that was that twist to it. And that's how I met Rosie, and I just remember, being influenced by a artist that was from here that didn't sound like they were from here. And so they had the elements of Oakland and the Bay Area, but it had an international spin back then.
And what would you say is one of your favorite moments of Rosie?
One of my favorite moments, it probably has nothing to do with being on stage or anything. My favorite moment is when the Tonys had finally got something established, which was Halo Walter. We had a studio compound. When I say studio, we all lived in this compound right off of East 15. And my cousin Tim and her were real close, so she would hang out over there with us, and we always had a little thing. We were practical jokers, you know what I mean? So I remember us doing some clownish things over there. And I don't want to mention all that because she may say, hey, some stuff has been not said. But anyway, we had some very memorable moments at our Tony's compound. And she was actually still doing a lot of things, and would come over there. We would have some jamming sessions, vocally. But that's some of my most memorable moments with her. It had nothing to do with the club scene. That's what we did behind the scenes.
Have you played with Rosie or recorded with her any projects?
I never really got a chance to record anything. That's what's dope. Or undope. You know what I mean? But I guess you could say that because the way we work and write, it had nothing to do with being in the studio. We'd be in the living room just with a guitar and whatever. And that's writing, so that's where the influences come from. You think about the one track she had, Strain on My Brain, the way that used to come off. Certain hooks was just definitely Oakland. And you would hear that, even if you bounce from her to Brendan, you could hear the influences. So a lot of things, yeah. That's when we wrote some of our best shit though, So it's, the energy's all around us. So it's kind of cool that it came back to us like this, even like Brendan being back here. And it took her to spearhead something again like that, so it's a good thing.
So Rosie's bringing everyone back together again.
Yeah, isn't that something? Rosie is bringing it all back together. She probably meant that too, at the end of the day. But it worked out for the right reasons. For many years, a lot of us kind of just went out and went all our separate ways. And doing a lot of stuff in the industry, we all kind of like, even I don't care where you are, if you're in Paris or in Japan or whatever else, when you're on that stage, you reflect back to the Bay. And that's what we gauge ourselves. So seeing it come back to the town like this, and especially at this time, this music and this culture, what we established in Oakland has to be preserved. And that's what I really like about this movie. It took someone like Rosie to make it happen.
Would you like to record with her maybe when she's coming back now, emerging in the industry?
I would love to record with her now. Come on, that would be something, a special moment for myself. Because knowing that I didn't have the opportunity, I watched all my other guys, get a chance to get it in with her. And I've seen some of the people that she's influenced. So, it would be great.
And what do artists need, why do artists need to support one another?
I think artists need to support one another because we all we got. At the end of the day, I've never been the type of artist that counted on a system to make me. I brought what I had to the system, and we merged and we worked. Now for us, it was a beautiful thing as Tonys because we've only been signed to a major label, but we do come from an independent mindset and an entrepreneur mindset in the way we work. We establish our own, we need to own our own, and no matter how big or how small it is, it's yours. Artists, we need to, what's gonna be dope? I got cold Oakland sounds in the back. It's always like a police car. Or they gonna be like, how come every time he talk, you hear that shit? We have to preserve this, you know what I mean? We watch a lot of styles happen, you know what I mean? And we start things and we just walk away from things, great music, great styles, great culture that we start. This music, this R&B, this what they want to call neo soul or whatever it is, and we have to make sure that we preserve this information and put it out there. I was speaking to who happens to be here, Miss Jaguar Wright, the other day. I was letting her know, I was like, whether you think you have to or not, you gotta do this. You have to go out there and spread this information. You gotta share it. If to hold this information is a sin to me. So we have to, it's beautiful that it came together like this. And I'm sure there will be many more beautiful things to come out of this occasion.
And if you have something to say, you have a time now to say, what would you say to Rose in person? To lift her up?
Man, what I can say is, personally to her, you got a lot of folks that you've inspired and they need you. It's a great time. I definitely miss you. Because you got to come hang out with us again in the studio. Let's get silly. Turn up for what? No. Am I done?
Now, if you can just give us your name and
Okay.
what you do and introduce your partner.
Okay. Well, my name is Dwayne and I am an Aquarius, as you can tell. And this is my manager. This is Red.
Hello. Let's do that one more time. We're doing a little more rustling, just from
Okay.
the
All right.
your name part.
All right. My name is Dwayne Wiggins, and I'm an Aquarius. And this is my manager, Red.
What do you play?
Oh. I don't bring my real instrument. I play kazoo, but every now and then I play guitar. That's my instrument, especially with the Tonys.
Perfect. Cool. We got it. Thank you so much. That's a wrap.